Hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about how you can improve your average damage and win rate on the map Normandy. But before we start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as usual. We're about to start, so grab a drink as well as something to eat, and let's go! As usual, we're going to be starting off with medium tanks, and I'm going to be using the Progetto as an example here. So obviously on this side of the map, you go to the center. So there's two ways to play initially, so the beginning phase of the game or the early game. And you can come here very quickly, especially using your boost. And you come up here and you peek out very quickly and you give 2 or 3 shots for free, and then you roll back down. That's 300 to 700 damage for free, and no one expects you, and so you usually won't be shot back. The other position you can play is obviously the middle, and you come here and you can play off of your turret. I would advise tanks like the STB or the T62 to come here because they have very strong turrets and decent gun depression, and thus they can play off of here and give out some very easy shots and not be shot back in return. On the other side of the spawn, you can obviously come to the same position. You come here very quickly, no one expects you, and anyone crossing gets a shot or 2 in the face, and then you drop down again, and depends on where they are, you can obviously give a third shot if you are very risky. Again, after you do a couple of shots, then you can go mid, or you can initially go to mid if you don't like this position, and you can again play off of your very strong turret if you're an STB, a T62, and as well as your gun depression. So anyone coming towards the middle you can shoot, as well as the TDs in the bushes can be easily shot from this position, and it's a very good position for the early game. Another very good position is around the fallen aircraft, so this is good for the early game again. From here you can spot, shoot the opposite bush, and cover 3 directions at the same time. So that is the right side, obviously the aircraft, as well as the heavy side on the left. And you can play very situationally off of here. You can spot people, shoot them while they're crossing, and then play depending on what the enemy is doing. On the other side of the map, it is identical. So you take the same bush, and again, you have the same advantages as before. You can spot, you can shoot, and play very situationally off of here. But this position is only for the early game, because once you come here, the enemy will expect you to do so again. Therefore, once you peek and get spotted, I advise you to run away. For heavies on this side of the map, you can obviously come to the middle if you have a strong turret and a decent gun depression. The IS-4 has both a decent gun depression and a very strong turret. So from here you have a high chance of controlling multiple directions at the same time, such as the TDs at the back, and which means that most tanks will not be able to penetrate you because you're in a pretty much hold down situation and your lower plate is covered most of the time. Therefore you will be giving shots and not getting anything back in return. That is why I like this position early on, and the other side of the map is very similar. However, I don't like it as much because your gun depression, if your gun depression is bad, you won't be able to really pick targets off as easily on this side of the map. As you can see, my gun depression is kind of not allowing me to give very good shots here, and thus it's not as comfortable on the other side. However, again, you can pick off TDs, heavies or mediums that are pushing the center or the middle of the map. For heavy tanks with a weakly armored turret such as the AMX-50B, I would recommend going to the heavy side, because there your turret won't be focused as much, and therefore you actually have a chance of bouncing something. And so you come here and you can give out all 3 of your shots and then just roll back to the safety of your TDs, if the whole enemy team isn't pushing you, obviously. So this is a very standard position, most people know this, but I don't like seeing 50Bs pushing the middle and then getting shot right in the face and wondering why they didn't bounce anything. So from here you give all 3 shots out as such, boom boom boom, and then you just fall back while your TDs are pretty much covering you. You wait till your reload is up and then you roll out again to give all 3 of your shots. The opposite side plays very similarly, pretty much the exact same thing. So you come here, give 3 shots, and then fall back as quickly as you can. This map is very good for TDs, as well as medium tanks and heavy tanks. This map is very well made, apart from one little mistake which is if heavies are spawned on the wrong spawn, they could get shot from the middle, but that's a topic for another day. So for TDs, you can come to this bush or this bunker. It's identical on the other side, and you can cover many positions at the same time. And it is a very efficient position. The only downside is that taking cover is a bit of a pain in the butt. So that's why you can come to the other side of the bunker, which means that you can have a bit more cover if you are spotted. And you come here and you can obviously focus many areas at the same time, such as the beach and also pretty much all of the middle. And this is why this position is very good. However, if your team is not doing a lot of spotting or they went to the other flank, you are pretty much screwed here, because if you're alone, no one spots, and you're wide outs in the open, and you're pretty much gonna die. So only come here if you see that enough of your teammates are going to the middle or to the beach. This position is for you to cover your heavies or mediums if they're coming to the heavy side. I think it makes sense. If your mediums and heavies are going middle, go to the position I showed you before. If your heavies and mediums are coming to the heavy side, then come here to cover them. It makes perfect sense. From here, you can obviously cover your mediums and heavies if they came here, and it gives you a good overview of everything pretty much. I won't be showing you guys the other side because it's identical and it would be a waste of time. With that, this video comes to an end. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as usual. With that, Happy is out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.